Hi everybody, my name is SnakeEyesBP1980 and we're going to cook today. Basically, I'm going to saute some food or whatever. So to do some saute, you want to have a cooking oil, if possible. Don't really matter. This is pre-cooked cooking oil. I'm going to reuse those. And what we're going to do is we're using a pork tenderloin whole brisket, BNLS.
Boneless.
Okay. So my dad already done some cutting. We're gonna go ahead and do some cutting ourselves. We're gonna cut about yay much, and voila, we're cutting it that much. Now, we're using this type of blade here. Now you can open a little bit further than that. We're using this blade to do the cutting. It's a lot easier to work with, and
I'm sorry.
basically it's able to do the cutting like it's supposed to. Serrated knife, what my dad told me was that the serrated knife does not cut very well. It tears it. So now you know not to use serrated knives when you're doing cutting some stuff. See, perfectly good size, meat size. Now we're going to put you back so that you can still watch this. So we're going to move that up a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and cut this a little bit more, and voila, cut that on. And then we put it in. And then we do the same thing like this one right here. We cut this like so. Come on. I'm going to probably have to edit this. And once we get this thing done and over with, I'm going to pass my dad the cutting board. Rinse it off first. You got to rinse off your cutting board. When you're cooking meat, you want to rinse your cutting board first before you do anything other than going right into another object, like potatoes or carrots or onions. You want to keep washing that, rinse and wash or whatever the item, so that you don't contaminate the next item or whatever. Until then, so next step is potatoes. I suggest probably get maybe yellow potatoes. It might be very good in some cases. We'll just wash these. My dad's doing the cutting over there, and once we get these washed, we're going to go ahead and have them cut it, and we'll put them in. Now, basically, now we're going to be doing is we're going to put all of these into this, and then we're going to put this oil in to be able to, have it coated inside there so that we can actually have it cooked. For the temperature, we want to have the temperature set on high, medium. It'd be a lot easier to work with. So since now it's set on that, let's go ahead and put the vegetable oil into this, which is this. We'll just go ahead and just squeeze it all in, and then stop there. And we're going to put all of this. Yes, you must wash your hands at all times when you're working again with meat and potatoes. Since if you've already messed with the meat first and then you went and messed with the potatoes, you want to just know that you've already washed your hands prior to the potatoes, because you were working with the potatoes and trying to get all that out. So we're just going to get this thing in here and layer it down like so. And then once that's done and everything, we'll go ahead and take this and pour the rest of the oil on top of it. Okay. Now, you can put this off to the side and reuse this later on. I mean, not once you get done cooking here, you want to able to put it back into that bottle way over there. And basically, we have to cook and sit here for probably about maybe I want to say 15 minutes to maybe a half an hour to cook this. But until then, we'll just go ahead and put everything away. This is our tool we're going to use to scrape, you know, flip everything, have it cooked and everything. And so that's what we're going to do for now. Again, we're going to have to wait until 10 to 15 minutes. For you guys, we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead so that this is all pretty good and everything, so that you can see what we did afterwards. I might even show you what you're supposed to do when you're scraping. Now, what I mean by scraping is basically doing this type of number. You're trying to get underneath everything and move it up on top, so none of it can actually stay on the bottom while you're trying to do this. And I know it may look like it's you know, bad idea with all this, but in the long run this will turn out pretty good. So hopefully you guys come back and see this. Make sure you will. So see you soon. Now we're 15 minutes into the cooking, and basically it is boiling like it's supposed to. Now, at this moment in time, you want to actually keep stirring it, because these potatoes here, these potatoes need to actually start softening up. So your best bet is to keep the temperature the same and keep it cooking, so that you actually do it, get some of this, you know, golden brown if you want it golden brown, but it has to get soft. The potatoes need to get softer. The meat, if you can see, it's starting to turn nice and brown, or you know, on its own accord, getting cooked thoroughly. So what you want to do is just keep an eye on this as much as possible while you're cooking it. Make sure the oil still stays in the pan, and you don't want it spilled all over the place like outside. So you want to keep it inside the pan at all times while you're trying to you know, get underneath the food. You want potatoes. You want to get underneath them and start moving them around so that they can get also on the bottom as well. So that is the whole situation right now. We're going to go to a half an hour, but if you want to cook it at a higher temperature, that's the reason why I said about 15 minutes, or 15 minutes to half an hour. This will be done about in half an hour. So we'll come back and see it and see how it's going to look like. So, all right. Now, I want you guys to know that I'm using this metal pan here to be able to show you to drain stuff in. And you guys might want to think about strainers that might just have holes on the very bottom. So when you put it in here, you can see that the holes do not come outside of the thing. So if you want to reuse your oil, you can do it that way. But we're going to go ahead and place that right there. Now, the food or whatever that is on the other side of this. So I'm waiting for it to get done so that we can pour it in here, and then drain off all the oil, and then we're going to go ahead and take this, or whatever's inside of this thing here, and put it back into the pan so that we can get it pretty much eat, basically. So hopefully you guys know that the whole trick is to drain out the oil and be able to keep the food and stuff like that inside this pan here, inside this drainer right here. So here we go. As you can see, this is nice looking good food here. We're just pour this stuff right into this pan here, and we're going to help push some of this inside here. Hopefully we can get all of it inside. And it looks like, yep, all of it's inside there now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this drain for a bit, and then move this stuff back into here, and then we can pretty much choose from it and then eat. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I do appreciate making it for you guys, and here we go. So we're going to go ahead and take some of this and place it on the plate here. Now, as you can guys see, I have actually cooked a good, decent meal or whatever. This isn't golden brown or whatever, but it is nice and soft or whatever. Here we go. I really like this. Now I'm going to try some of the pork. And it's cooked thoroughly through. Now, this is basically a good meal. You can actually season this if you want to. You can put ketchup with it too, mustard, whatever your flavoring of seasoning could be, and condiments as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my videos, and hopefully you guys come back and see me next time. Until then, bye for now.